What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Boundless Perception YouTube channel. And today we are back with yet again another very large prop. You guys remember this. If you don't remember it, you certainly recognize it. This is Fishbone Jinxes rocket launcher from League of Legends. I printed this out a while ago. It was literally probably one of the largest, very first, 3D printed props I've done, and definitely you can tell. It was very early in my 3D printing days, but this is it. I still love it, and it came out, fine enough. I've printed a few more of these and sold them in my Etsy store since then that were better, but this right here is the original. As you guys also know, this right here is our finished Yoko gun, so this is what we are going to be turning this into, except for in gray. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, guys, so again, today we're going to go ahead and just putting on the primer. Let's move this out the way. I'm just going to set it here to the side. Pray it doesn't fall. You're good. Yes. We're going to go ahead and use our Duplicolor Automotive Primer 2-in-1. This stuff is great. It's what I used on Yoko's gun. Just to give you a quick rundown of everything we've done on Fishbone if you are doing your own. All we've done so far is used wood filler to hide the seams. And this was my first time using wood filler, and I applied way too much, so I have learned that lesson, but that's all right. We're gonna go ahead and cover it up with this primer. And we have also applied a layer of resin to strengthen the whole thing and to make it smooth, because again, I don't like sanding. I did sand some of the wood filler, but I don't like sanding, so I just coated the whole thing in resin, and it makes it smooth to the touch and gets rid of those layer lines, because the resin falls in between each 0.5 millimeter layer line. So anyways, that's all we have done to Fishbone here. And as a final touch that's going to separate this from Yoko's gun, we are going to be adding lights into the eyes. Not exactly sure how I'm going to do that yet. I do know how to add lights, as I learned that when I was doing my whole Thresh lantern, but we're going to put lights on the inside here, maybe try to hide them a little bit, and then get it to glow like probably blue or red. I don't know, we'll see. RGB, we'll figure it out. But anyways, the first step is going ahead and using this 2-in-1 primer on it, so let's hop to that.
Years later.
All right, guys, it's been a little while since we last worked on Fishbone. The last thing we did was put the 2-in-1 primer filler on there, and I have, boom, this right here. So it's been a little while since I worked on this. I've been mostly focusing on 3D printing things, but we have Super Galaxy Con coming up next week, and my girlfriend needs this prop for her cosplay. So we're gonna go ahead and get it finished, and I'm very glad that I did most of the work already. As I said, as you remember, the last thing we did was prime it, so now all we have left to do is put on the paint. Here I have Fusion all-in-one paint primer, metallic finish, metallic aluminum. So we're gonna see how this looks, and then we are going to wait for all that to dry, probably work on it again tomorrow, and put LED lights in the eyes, and we're going to go ahead and airbrush. I actually got an airbrusher. Going to do a whole episode on that to finish off the eyes with like a fiery red yellow blend. So let's go ahead for now and use some all-in-one painter metallic. So let's hop on that. All right, guys, so I have finished spray painting it with this metallic aluminum, It's not as dark as I want it, so I am gonna probably end up airbrushing it with some black to make it look a little bit darker, but overall, I am very happy with the results. Again, this is my very first time, well, second time now, because I did do Yoko's gun, kind of doing this, and I should have sanded down a few areas, but that's all right, you know, just learning experiences for next time. We are going to move on eventually to just spray painting this and making the eyes, I think, yellowish red, and then we're gonna put a yellow LED in there instead of a blue one, or we might just do blue. I don't know yet exactly what I'm gonna do, but I need to decide quickly because GalaxyCon is in 2 days. So, no, actually it is today technically, and it's tomorrow, so. But we're gonna be using this cosplay on Saturday, so I have a little bit more time. But overall, I like the way that it's come out so far. I have no complaints with this metallic gray. It dries incredibly quickly. It's like a little bit sticky right now, and it's probably only been about 30 minutes or so, but for the most part, you guys can see it's dry. Yeah, no complaints there. But we're gonna go ahead, let this completely finish drying, and then we're gonna end up spray painting, airbrushing the last part of it and then clear coating it. So that's what's next on the chopping block, but that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for coming along this journey. It's been a lot in the making, and it's now con crunch time, so we're gonna make this happen. Anyways, until next time, stay boundless. See you guys, bye-bye.